Why are we hesitating? Barron told us to get law. This is law.
Barron told us to get the system. We need the full scope. That's the only thing that will put an end to this.
Then let's take it up to Ben, let him decide.
We'll take it to Ben when I say it's time.
It's time, Robbie. It's time. They knew, and they let it happen. 2 kids. Okay? It could have been you. It could have been me. It could have been any of us. We gotta nail these scumbags. We gotta show people that nobody can get away with this.
Okay, now we are going to call down to the courthouse. I don't know if this is actually Cali County or Winfield, Kansas courthouse. But we're gonna call down there and just talk to them, see what the clerks have to say.
District Court.
Yes, is this a Cali County courthouse?
Yes, it is.
Is it the clerk's office?
Yes, it is.
Hey, my name is... Huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is David Christian, and I'm going to school for law, and I gotta do my 401c this semester, and I was wondering if I could ask y'all a couple questions.
Okay, what are your questions?
Oh, just wondering, how the day-to-day operations work for the clerk, and what the clerk's duties and responsibilities are.
Okay, I think you're going to have to talk to our chief clerk on this stuff.
Okay, what's their name? Cheryl Wilson? Wilson?
Cheryl Wilson, and you're welcome to email her if you want.
All right. Do you have that email address, please?
Yes, it is C. Wilson at calicourt.com.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, now we're going to call the Office of Judicial Administration. I'll have the number up here somewhere. So we're going to ask how to make a judicial complaint and why we wish to do that.
You have reached the Office of Judicial Administration. I am either on another line or have stepped away momentarily. We are working remotely, so please leave your name, phone number, a brief detailed message, and your call will be routed to the appropriate person. Thank you.
Okay, well, it seems like nobody's going to answer. So, this is how well the court systems are working for you. The clerk is not going to give you any information about how they work. So let me tell you how they work. The clerk is there to file paperwork. Okay? That's basically their sole job. And when they don't file paperwork for Sierra, it affects not only her right to be heard, but it also affects her right to an appeal. Because if she appeals this case after Judge Smith rules against her, because Christopher Smith will probably definitely rule against her, considering that he signed a fraudulent warrant and he stole her kids and had a temporary order, which he pushed the court date back for over a month. So she's being denied her right to be heard, and she's being denied her right to a fair appeal. So what I would suggest is that everybody who's watching this calls the courthouse, and I apologize. What I was going to do was tell them I was a student for law school and then get them to kind of explain their duties and obligations as the clerk of court to me, and then ask them why they're not upholding those duties and obligations for Sierra. But obviously they stopped me. So everybody should have Cheryl Wilson's email address. That's cwilson@calicourt.com. I don't know why it's at Cali Court. That's kind of weird. Anyways, so I think people should write to the email address and ask them why they're denying Sierra her right to be heard. I also believe that people should call down to the clerk's office and ask them why they're not upholding their duties and obligations to file the paperwork that they're required to file as a public servant, a public agent. If 1,000 people did this and just took a clerk's time for 1 minute, that would be over 2 full days of work for a clerk. That would really interrupt their business. And it would also tell these people that you wish to know what's going on and you wish to know why they're not upholding the law. Because if you don't uphold the law, nobody else will do it for you. It's really just that simple. This is coming down to be on us. And that's where we've gotten to. And we can't trust them to do it on their own because this is what happens. And they're basically not being responsible or liable to the public at all. Now, what happened in Nazi Germany was basically because nobody stood up against it. Okay, so everything that happened in Nazi Germany was legal, even though it wasn't lawful. And if you wonder how that actually happened, how they got away with it, this is how. Because nobody stood up against it. So if you don't stand up against it, then you're participating in a Nazi type of system. You're okay with them taking property. And just think about this, because the Supreme Court has ruled numerous times that your right to be a parent is more sacred, is held more sacred than your right to property. So if they're just going to take this right away from Sierra for no good reason, except for the fact that they executed a fraudulent warrant against her, what do you think that means for your right to property? It means that you don't have one. So helping Sierra in the long run is really helping yourself. I'm going to put up the number to the Office of Judicial Administration. Sorry I couldn't get this on video. I tried. But I will be in contact with them. I will ask them for a judicial complaint form. Sierra has already gotten a judicial complaint form, and I'm asking you, the internet, to do the same thing. Let's make a bunch of noise about this. Let them know that we're watching them, and hopefully they'll do the right thing and give Sierra's children back. Thank you. I'm sorry this video didn't turn out to be a little bit better. I apologize that they won't do their job so that I could show you what their job is. I am just conspiracy, and I just wish to conspire right now to get Sierra's children back before they get sold into slave labor, because that happens. And 60 to 90% of the children who get sold in to child labor, to child slavery, come from the CPS system. The system that's supposed to protect children, but doesn't. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Anyways, I hope we can agree on this one thing, and I hope you'll join this conspiracy to uphold Sierra's right to be a mom. One world love and peace. See you next video.
No, I need that file.
Okay.
No, I need that file.
Received by the court.
No, I need that file. You've done it before, so I need that file.
It will be filed after.
No, I'll stay here until it gets filed and I get a copy of the signed with it.
I'll give you this until I talk to somebody, and I'll give you that back. Or you can stay right there.
I just need that file.
Believe I'll have you escorted out and arrested.
You cannot have me arrested for that.
Oh, I can't? Don't
What
touch
are
me.
you threatening to arrest me for? What injury have I caused?
You've
I'm
been
dealing
giving
with-
them good trouble.
No, I have not. Have you been here the entire time, sir?
This
Have
place
you?
is that time. And the judge.
No, you have not been in this room
Out
the
of
entire
this
time.
building.
I am not finished with my procedures. When can I hear back about that getting filed?
Sally's fixing this back.
And you're giving that to the judge right now?
I need an officer.
Okay, thank you.
Take an attorney? No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't wish for an attorney. You wish to represent yourself then, huh? No, I'm okay on that too. I'm present. See, what y'all don't know, what he obviously knows, because he's creating a star chamber court, which is incredibly scary here in the United States, is that representation of persons in law is a fiction. See, if she's a fiction, then he can be the author. That's why he's the authority. So he's trying to make her a fiction, and that way he can just write the kids away in his own little book. Sick. This is sick.
Ms. Lagos, you are welcome to be present on February 17th at 3 o'clock for the next hearing.
See, and again, I've cut a lot of stuff out. But look, when he's talking about the hearing, the next hearing, on the 17th of this month, and I'm going to have, numbers and addresses for you to call down there and ask them what's going on with this case. Unless you want them to come take your children next, of course, So, but he's like, yeah, next time, you can be present. You can be present. You want to know why? Because he's not going to say, next time you can be re-present down here. We're going to have everybody be re-present down here when we're holding court.
We'll have counsel representing you, however, as well.
See, you can be present, but you'll have counsel representing you. Because we can't do anything unless counsel is representing you.
The court will order temporary orders, Mr. Mason. I'm not ordering you this time officially, but we need to make sure that there are orders in place.
Did you just hear that? I'm going to rewind it again for just 1 second. He says, we're going to make a temporary order, but not officially. I'm not officially making an order. There's no order. They just freaking took her kids. There's no court order. There's no process. They just took her kids. And if you stand for them taking her kids, that must mean that you don't care if they come and take yours or your property. And we'll get to that.
The court will order temporary orders, Mr. Mason. I'm not ordering you this time officially, but we need to make sure that there are orders in place. With that being said, the court will be in recess until...
May I speak? May I speak, please? May I speak? I believe that the Supreme Court of the United States has defined parental rights as more sacred than property rights. No. And for you to take my property, you have to have a verified complaint. Ooh, he hung up on me.
You hung up?
Yeah.